Hello everybody. A very good evening to everyone. Tell me, can everyone hear and see me? Online live. And students watching on Google Drive or pen drive, whenever you are taking this class, good morning, afternoon, evening and night. This is for everyone. Great. So, today we will do a very interesting subject and one of your favorite subject. How do I know? Because it will become your favorite. I already know. And you know, you are doing the CMA, which means that only you will watch this, the knowledge that you will gain through us and the work you will do afterwards, that will be somehow related with the cost part, where you have all the subjects. I mean that where you have costing, related subjects like real life application, also the industry. Or suppose that if you have decided to join a firm, then there you will find that the core is our part of costing. That is where you will be focusing the most, and you also want that you proceed with the same in future. You work in it, and because of that you have started this journey and you have chosen CMA Inter. From the course perspective, I had told you about this in my introduction session or in my orientation session. I hope you all have seen that session. I am assuming that you did, that all the students have seen that session. And if you haven't seen it, please, before watching this, you should definitely watch that, or if you are attending the live class, then watch it afterwards, in which I have explained very properly to you that in the new syllabus, the CMA's new syllabus, which is applicable from June 22 term, that paper, I mean the syllabus for 22, which was applicable for 23, 24. 23 one was applicable for upcoming 24. Therefore, everything about the new syllabus is explained in the orientation. Please make sure to definitely watch it. And only after watching that, you should start today's class. Now I am discussing about the things that we are going to study in costing. In this particularly, group wise, what are the papers and how do we need to move forward, etc. If I tell you a bit about this, then it would be great if I were to tell you one simple thing, that students in your syllabus of CMA Inter, you all know there are 8 papers which your Avinash sir would have also told you earlier. Yes, everyone. Good evening. Shivam, Himanshu, Jitesh, Sheetal, Shayan, Ritika, Shibranju, and Shivek, Ayush, Apurva. Welcome everybody. Are you facing any glitch or any issues? All good? Okay. So what was I talking about? These two groups in which our syllabus is divided. Some people say we'll do one group, some say we will do both. We will definitely discuss all of these things slowly in the classes. But if you look at it, this journey of 8 papers is very much interesting. Students, furthermore, the exam pattern of the ICMAI has been marvelously changed, and they have also improved a lot. Therefore, because of this, we are back with live classes for all of you so that you understand and gather all the latest information. You must have seen our new books as well, in which all the papers are uploaded, which are all up to date. You know, we will also conduct the upcoming papers, whether they are the mock test or whether they are your exam papers. Our books are completely CMA oriented, and CMA classes are conducted separately and not with CA students, as you all know. The orientation is different, as I explained in my orientation video. There are 4 subjects related to cost in our syllabus. Costing in group 1 and in group 2. In group 2, you will see that again you have 2 same types of chapters and subjects. You will get them, which are management accounting, number 1. The second that you will get OM, which means operational management. In addition to this, there is a finance subject which is FM and business data analytics, along with the SM part which is connected to OM. If you look at it, then in CA Inter, management accounting. Cost accounting, which is their only paper, cost and management accounting. FM and SM. I teach this in CA Inter as well. And if I want, I can call you with them. But I think it is not right. It's a wrong starting for you. You are going to study in a very wrong way because due to your orientation, your thinking psychology, and the variations of the sums which you have, they are all different. Many concepts are different. And that is why we take exclusive batches. All these things I am going to cover. That is group 1's cost 100 marks. Group 2, it will be of 300 marks. Meaning total, I will cover 400 marks, therefore 400 out of 800 is mine. That means we are in majority. And the classes of app. Yes, Jitesh, there will be classes on the app. They will come after 2 classes. I mean 2 classes. Will be on YouTube first, then we will go to app. So the session that I'm going to have with you today, I just want to let you know that the cost accounting which we are going to study, that is totally going to be exclusively for the CMA Inter and live online mode. Even those watching in downloaded format will also understand smoothly. The classes will be short but effective. We will study while interacting with each other. There will be no confusion because we are always here for you. You can contact us anytime. You can tell us your queries in chats, what problem you are facing or in which sums you are having difficulty. We will solve that problem. Students, today what we are going to tell you is that what subject is this and what do we have to study in it? Someone said, will you tell us all this again because we have heard it in introduction? Absolutely not. I am going to tell you very straightforwardly what this world of costing looks like. I mean that I want to take you to a whole new parallel universe. My classes won't be as same as your Avinash sir who walks like this. I'm a bit different from him. We are in a different world. So now what is the difference between the accounting which he has taught you and the accounting that I will teach? He is actually teaching you the financial accounting and I am going to teach you cost accounting. Therefore, this shift from financial accounting to cost accounting. Why did we have to change the teacher? What was the need for us to do that? Why are we doing cost accounting? Why did it came? At first, it was financial accounting. But then, as time moved forward, why did cost accounting become important? We will be discussing all these things. Even during this time, I will teach you a lot of theoretical stuff, which is such that you won't even feel its theory. Once you finish the class, you will realize that this answer is of 4 marks that we just did. And accordingly, you will be able to write it very well. First, we'll do concept. Then we'll make notes for them. Many times students ask if they should take running notes. Yes, you should. And secondly, to attend my classes, you need to follow discipline. And that is, number 1, you have to make one another notebook for me. I mean new notebook, okay? In which you will write your copy number, index, page numbers, all of them down. You will study with discipline. So in your copy, page numbers should always be there so that you know you are on page number 1. Next page is 2 or 3, hence you will write all page numbers. If you feel lazy, then please go to your younger siblings and your mom and dad because they enjoy doing all this. So give it to them, they will complete all the page numbering. Secondly, when you go to my book, have you all received your book of CMA? Students, if you haven't received it, then you will get it. It would have already been dispatched, and if you can collect it from the center, then collect it. All the chapters that we are going to have in this, you will see I have given you a track your preparation sheet chapter wise, in which in every question, suppose I have 15 questions in chapter number 1. Chapter 1, that is cost sheet, I have merged it. Okay. So students, initially there were only 3 books. But then I realized that the books were small and Avinash also thought the same. Therefore, we completely joined them. And then we have given it to you. So don't worry, we have added everything you need in that. Initially, we had 2 books. Then we added a 3rd book. After that, we felt that it was too much. So we just merged them together and gave them to you. We have come up with a new approach on how we need to teach you. That's why we have changed this. Don't worry about it. Everything is given in it. Okay. If we discuss about track your preparation, in this we have added the questions in order of their importance and even the topic wise questions. Suppose during the class I say question number 6 is important. You will mark it as important here along with it. Suppose you did question number 3 and you had a slight problem while doing it, but I didn't say it was important. You can mark them according to your understanding. Some questions will be told by me that are important. Some questions will be important from your side because you couldn't do them. In my class, you all have to try the sums yourself first before I explain them to you. First, I will throw you in river to swim even though you don't know how to swim. It's not even a swimming pool but a river, so that you understand, so that you get in trouble, and then you can understand that the deeper we go, the more better it will be, and plus only then we will be able to become better swimmers and cross the hurdle. Otherwise, the day when a huge wave will come, we will all drown that day. Therefore, students, from day one, I am going to throw all the responsibilities on you. As you all know how I was at the foundation level and how I'm going to teach ahead. You must have already heard it somewhere. And that is why you know that after coming here, you will learn how to study and you will become intelligent. Accordingly, after marking these questions, whatever important questions we find, let's say out of these 15, we found 5 or 7 important. Those 5 to 7 questions, we will do them in self-practice 1. We will do them once. When should we do this self-practice 1? If any question seems very complicated after doing it in class, then you have to go home and do it again. You should definitely do the classwork at home. If you feel like you'll do it when we do the next chapter or before the test, then that can be done as well. The best would be when I announce the test and say that it's a test on 4 chapters. Then please start studying and I will inform you prior, 20 days prior. So accordingly, in those 20 days, we will mark all those questions in the self-practice 1 that is here. We made 4 questions or we made 5 questions again, so that those things get retained in your mind and you get an index of what you have done. Because when we reach the end, students think that they didn't do any revision. But the truth is that you have done a lot. And you don't know because you didn't note it. If you note this down, then your confidence will go to next level. In self-practice 2, you have to do all those questions that you found difficult in self-practice 1. Suppose that in self-practice 1, you mark these questions. Let's say this question and this question was difficult for you, so you will circle them or put them in box, so that you remember that you have to do these in 2. If you have time, then the rest as well. Accordingly, we need to track our chapter-wise preparations in this way. Therefore, keep this in mind. Second, as you will see the questions, I have left space next to question. What will you write there? 1/3. You must be thinking that what do I mean by this 1/3? You might think that it's a date like 1 March. No, it's not a date. 1 denotes copy number. That your copy number is 1. Now you might think, what do I mean by copy number? Don't worry, I'll tell you. 3 copies will cover 250-page book. Hence, I am telling you it's important to write copy number like copy number 1. Page 3 of copy number 1, we have solved this. So this is how we will track our preparation. Suppose we did question number 3 on page 10 of copy number 1. And when we worked on question 3, again we had some problem. Then immediately we can go back to the copy to look at it and recall that thing. Then we can check it on calculator. Therefore, this indexing will be of great benefit when you start studying fast during the time of revision. Similarly, when you do the questions in the copy, so you will simply start your answer like this. Question number 1, page number. Which will be the page number of the book? That is 1. You will write question number in the middle of copy with page number, so that if you are revising from copy, then you can open book immediately. The reason for doing this is that the people who write in the corner, like question number 1 here, because of this habit, you will do this in exam as well. And due to that, your question numbers in exam will be in corner. What difference does it make? Look, it's all about the psychology of the checker. Even you don't know that how many marks these small things will give you. If you're thinking, what am I saying? Let me tell you, all these things will make you CMA. I'm telling you for sure. You will learn discipline very well. The reason for writing here is that many times when you staple the paper and paper gets stuck inside, it gets pushed in a lot. When you fold it, when you tie string, writings on margin tend to hide. And because of that, when the teacher checks your paper, then they usually get frustrated searching for it. Then psychologically his mind gets very disturbed while doing this. And then in the theory paper, He will give you wrong marks due to confusion and you'll say, what did I do? So you can already solve this problem beforehand. You should keep him as relaxed as possible so that his mind stays stress free. Okay guys, understood? He will do checking with fun. You should understand that the checker should be relaxed while checking your sheet so you get maximum marks. But why? So that all these things doesn't disturb him. Write the question in middle whether it's a theory paper or a practical paper. Always start new question on new page. Don't be stingy and think there's some space left. So we will write here on half a page. No, don't do this. Presentations matter a lot. Your handwriting has nothing to do with it. You just need to follow neatness. You need to follow the presentation. Your handwriting is very good, much better than mine. You have already seen it. So don't worry. It will keep happening every day. It will keep growing. You will keep making new copies. The notebook with 200 to 250 pages are good. You have to make a copy in this way and keep going with me. Whenever I say to copy some notes, you should definitely copy those. And besides that, one more thing, if you feel like you want to take down these running notes, it's your habit, then please do that. There's no problem in it. But just remember, when we will be writing notes, there's a 99.99% chance that you must have written down all the things that I am going to write. But still, it's a habit of many students to write it down. So very good, no problem. If you write down twice, there's no problem. But as you go along, you will get into habit of it. Now students, what will we learn today? Will we do chapter 1 today? Absolutely not. Every chapter starts with a foundation. And we always lay the foundation for you, which is called basic. It means, without knowing these fundamental basics, you cannot study costing because it is a very new subject. And if I give the first chapter on the very first day of class, you will get very confused and it will become a matter of rote learning. You won't be studying, you will be cramming. I don't want that to happen with this subject. It's very serious. Knowledge is serious. Guys, after we ultimately pass, even at the job, we can perform just as well. Today passing is not the only criteria. We pass but don't get internship, we will pass but won't get jobs. What is the reason for this? The reason for this is generally lack of knowledge. Application based knowledge, street smartness. Only textbook language or formulas or just doing calculations won't help. We need to open our minds. We need to understand the principles behind this, so that whenever we face any difficulty, if we talk to any person, they think that this guy gave a solid answer. He has an idea about everything. And to do that, you have came to right place. Because I have heard a lot of people say about our classes that we teach a lot, and they say there are so many classes, so much knowledge and so many sums to practice. They teach tough sums. So let me tell you, nowadays institutes only give tough sums. And now the results. You can understand from the mindset of people that it's not easy to prepare for what's ahead. We need to study hard. Even if the exam seems easy, the life ahead won't be that easy, will it? They won't ask easy questions in internship. We need to get ready. Is this all clear? So now, let's begin. We will join our hands together like this. We will pay respect to all of our gods. Everyone has different religion. Therefore, we are going to pay our respect to all the gods and our elders before starting this journey. We have to pursue this journey and complete it every day. If we are coming live, you will also go live. We are giving live classes, or if you have taken videos, you have to watch them regularly as part of your routine. Like if we are meeting live for 5 days a week, then you also have to attend classes for 5 days. You have to keep updating. If you miss a day, then you get a same day backup. So please cover that class and come back the next day. Don't wait for new chapter. And don't think like if it gets missed, then we will do it later. No. I want you to take a note today, which is, if you want to do something in your life, then discipline is necessary. Starting from today. You have to take all the classes at home and not even worry about the traveling. If you are still lazy, then it will be a very big mistake on your part. So please, by keeping this in mind, everybody start your studies, make a promise to yourself. Not to others, but only to yourself. So, make a promise that we will do exactly what Avinash and Navneet sir tell us to do. So this should be your motto. So if you follow that pattern, then no one can stop you from achieving success. I don't care about marks, I don't care about the ranks, I only care about people getting success in life. When you move forward, whoever you stand in front of, whenever you speak, it should feel like you are strong. Ranks and your scholars won't matter to me. What will matter is when the person in front of you praises you to someone else, saying, wow, what a great thing he said. That day, you will win. So please, to build your knowledge, listen carefully to this entire thing in an interesting manner. And always keep your calculators with you and make sure you attend the classes properly. Don't pay too much attention to the comments, because when you take classes on apps, so I see the students saying we are writing in the app, and whenever we miss the previous classes, we have to catch up all the leftovers on the phone or the laptop. So I would just tell you that till the time you actually have a doubt, until then you just have to attend classes calmly. It's a short class, so we won't waste much time. We have to complete the class. So accordingly, understand that if you have doubts, you should write them down. Or if the teacher asks that give the answer to this question, then we'll answer it. Otherwise, until the time we can hear, we will just listen and take notes. Is that clear? Okay. Now everyone present in the class with a thumbs up, please tell me, is it clear and can we start? I gave you a very nice introduction back again, trying to motivate you that you need to be serious about your studies. And I didn't teach you any daydreams about life that you will earn this and that. Just be a human. As we know, that managing study time for classes is very important, right? You have to understand that for you, this BCom is important, but this professional exam is many times more important. And all those classes that you miss during BCom, or suppose in case, if you can't study because of that, you have to manage it yourself, studying late and overtime. You have to complete it at night. If you will think that there is an exam in 7 days, so we will study 2 days before it, and there are holidays in between, so listen to me. Proceed with that, and you can do this later through direct entry route. It's not possible, as there are only 24 hours in a day. Now you will say we have to study BCom and this as well. So how will it be possible? No, you are just over exaggerating these things, okay? For example, if you will say that you want to use 100%, so it is very difficult for one person. If machines couldn't, so how can we do? So please don't worry about this at all. If you will get stressed about the exams, that too about BCom, it's a mistake. But that is also important, right? So if you'll say that it is important, then you can just do it as a backup. Then the same problem will arise, that this is done and this is left. So what's the point? And today, what is more respectable? CMA, right? Does anyone ask for marks in BCom? No. If you think it's necessary, it's not. Nobody asks for it. I think BCom is only trending in Kolkata. We have so many people from places other than Kolkata, right? From Maharashtra, Delhi or Gujarat. They come from everywhere and they don't even go to a college. They don't even register for a college. So, they only concentrate on their professional exams. Only here we can see obsession with degree, right? And if you are going to work hard, then get this CMA degree, then you won't show this BCom to anyone. Go for it. Yes. Jishant Patel. Yes. Jishant, are you in Gujarat? Are you taking classes and at the same time, are you also doing BCom? Or are you like completely not attending or anything like that? Or you think that these colleges are important for you in your hometown? Yes. The best way to have study time along with the classes is to do 4 classes on some of the days only. On a lighter note, and as you know, there are a lot of holidays during this time. So it's not like you'll find 4 classes every day, but on alternate days. That's also like just a routine, life's routine. Everyone is doing it, whether in CA or CMA. So in my opinion, it's manageable. And whenever you will be doing it, so you'll have time every day, including Sunday when you need to study properly. I don't have class on Sunday, neither does Avinash sir. Nor you'll have any class for tax. At most there can be a class for law. We can cover the whole week's syllabus. That's great. Let's go. Come on students, let's start today's topic. So, first we'll put a heading of this topic. Basics. Basics of cost. That's great. You are doing 6 subjects, no problem. So you should only do 4 right now. Shouldn't do 6 at once. You should hold 2. And until they're not complete, don't move on. So go through costing and tax. Hold law for a second and take 2 subjects from group 2. You can hold on corporate accounting, and on the other hand, you can hold on to FMBDA. So we got 2 from each situations. Okay, let's start now. Let's start with the basics of costing. So tell me, what is all about the word cost? The subject's name is cost accounting. But first you may ask me to explain the meaning of the word cost. As you might know, the meaning of the word accounting through my best friend who teaches financial accounting, whom I consider my elder brother. And we should admit that today the level that we have reached is a result of lots of his continuous hard work. And we, the Navin classes, are Navin, not Avinash and Navneet. And we always support the thinking that Navin needs to be pushed forward. As a result, we work very hard. And he has already given you a lot of knowledge about accounting. So I'll talk about the adjective attached to it, that is cost. This word cost, we use it in our personal lives very often. And it's explained many times in accounts that the cost is being incurred. So when we talk about this cost, or generally if we talk about it at home, we simply call it by its synonym, expense. That's it. Now, in the accounts, these expenses are broken down into several parts. Maybe one way to say it is, you would have heard about revenue expenditure and capital expenditure at your foundation level. Yes, there are some revenue expenditures and some capital expenditures. So you have studied some of these expenses. You have studied these expenses as direct and indirect, or you have studied some expenses as variable cost, fixed cost. You have studied some expenses as either operating for us or non-operating, and many more classifications. Accordingly, these costs are in many amounts and according to different amounts. So if there's a synonym for cost, that's expense, meaning accounting for expenses. And accounting on earnings, shouldn't we look upon the earnings with the cost ultimately? We only see the earnings. But until and unless we understand the expenses of any business, then how would we know the selling price? Now you all will say, sorry, how much to sell it for? That's already known, right? You may say we used to write by sales as the first entry, written in trading PL. Let me tell you, Avinash sir goes deep into the topic. Believe me, you can also say that he usually likes to take you through a rough and tough way so that you can understand the whole concept completely. And it looks like he loves to perform post-mortem of the topic. And the data you already know, he teaches you with methods on how to record it, right? What's special with this cost? In the case of cost, it says that data recording is the last work. The first work is to first of all find the exact cost or the estimated cost to be incurred in case of a business, and accordingly setting up some selling prices by adding your desired profit. Didn't understand it yet? No issues. Okay, then I'll repeat. First figure out that if you're going to do this business, what are the expenses that might be incurred, and accordingly we need to earn this much profit. So how much goods do we need to sell? That's it. Now whatever the work may be, we first calculate expense on total, how many industries, or let's say how many sector wise we do this work. If you look at it, there are 3 broad sectors where we talk about expenses. One, the word is commerce, which we call trading businesses. There is a word industry, which we call as the manufacturing industry, and one we call as service, which we also call the operating business. So there are total 3 industries wise, commerce wise and service wise sectors where we calculate these expenses. Now who is a trader? Anyone here whose father is in trading business? Then please raise your hand. Those in the trading business, or their father works in trading business. Trading industry, anybody? You can write if your father is working either in the trading industry or manufacturing industry or something else, that he's involved in the operating or service sector. It really doesn't matter whether he is the owner of that setup or if he is working there as a salaried employee or if he is doing his own business in it. Okay? Whatever. Please tell us that your father and mother back at home are linked with which industry? Which industry are you all linked to? Service. Tejas is saying service. Oh yes, resident of Surat. I already know you must be in manufacturing. Government job or is currently retired, so that was a government job, right? So previously he was in service industry or manufacturing industry? Service, okay. Pharmaceutical, nice. And can you tell me what else? The service industry. Great. Okay, we learned a lot of things. Now, okay everyone, I got it. Ritika, Shayan, Jitesh Patel, thank you all. Shivam, Tejas, everyone told. Apurva said MTNL. Okay. Yes, I know. You're from Vapi, that is why. Now, can you tell me, how does each sector maintain accounting for expense? First of all, if we talk about real estate promoters, Shibranjan, your father is a real estate promoter. If I talk about the trading industry, my father is a trader, a merchant trader. Since no one has mentioned trading yet, I'll use my own example. My father, my grandfather, and even my younger brother, all are traders. All three people are into trading, and we all are clothing merchants. We are called cloth merchant. As you all know, our Bada Bazaar is famous in Kolkata. There we have a shop, and we often use a very common word in that marketplace that might sound odd to your sophisticated mind, but that's how conversations go. We call the goods as mal. That mal is being sold. We use the word mal while talking about clothes. Also, we use than while referring to a bunch of clothes packed or a sack. So that's how we exchange such language in our shop along with my father and others. And the lifestyle we have, it seems quite amazing and different. Accordingly, this trading business, in this my own family members are involved, and the first source of revenue for my family was started by my grandfather right from here only. And because of that, we consider this trading industry to be our legacy passed down from our forefathers. And where we stand today, this trading industry has played a significant role in it. So let me tell you what this trading industry is. I'll take my father's example. What does my father do? If you would know about fabric. If you know what is fabric, what do you mean by fabric? Nothing but a piece of cloth. So you can say that it is a piece or a pattern of a cloth. So he buys it. And when they buy it, do they buy it in pieces? You buy that thing in ready-made stores. What do the ready-made stores do? These stores directly sell shirts and pants. But my father is in trading industry. There are two parts, okay? One is wholesale and retail. What you are talking about is retail. Retailers don't buy fabric. Retailers buy ready-to-wear shirts. Just like this. Retailers buy shirts as they are. And then they sell the shirt as it is, right? My father also does the same. He sells fabric just like fabric. Buys it in meters and sells it in meters. But if we are buying 100 meters of fabric, then we can cut it into pieces and can sell to some people as per their requirements. Okay? Accordingly, what is our work? Our work is to sell a finished good as a finished good. So in this, we don't do any additional work. We don't add any frills to this. And a wholesaler and retailer is nothing but doing a FG to FG business. So tell me, what do you mean by FG to FG? FG to FG means you are selling finished goods as finished goods. So in this case, whatever work is there, it is absolutely very, very limited. Why is there so little work? Because the major expenses, that how will this fabric be made, what color will be used, how will the machines be set up, how will the labor be managed, all that is done. For the relevant items, we have the shop as the selling point. There will be staff who will cut the fabric for you. So you just have to sit back, simply relax and sell the goods. And if it's that easy, then should you just do it? It's not easy. But if you see, the process of costing is very easy, because we are not considering any raw material as finished goods. We are directly selling the same thing or with a little bit of cutting as per the requirements. Buying in a large lot and selling in smaller lots. Nothing else. Accordingly, this business of finished goods with finished goods is a little easier to understand. And in this, you don't need to keep too much accounting to know your margins or to know your incurred costs. Simple cost. The main cost is only the purchase. Staff salaries and rents are very nominal thing for them. And the main expense is this. So you should understand the fact that a finished goods dealer who wants to trade in the wholesale or retail line, for them this cost accounting is not that necessary. They can simply make their profit and loss statement and it will be done. You don't need to understand the details. So for whom is cost accounting important? Cost accounting is important for the other two sectors. These two sectors can incur a huge loss if they don't calculate the cost properly. Like you saw in the movie Gangs of Wasepur, there was a dialogue that was like, okay, I cannot remember. I'm forgetting that name. But for us, that's not just a movie. It's an emotion. So a father tells his son, and father used to be a politician, that you can't do it. This phrase, tumse na ho pai, he wants to say that you can't do anything at all. All I mean to say is, if you don't calculate the cost properly, you won't even know your expenses. So, you won't even know that while selling, that at last for how much do you want to sell it, and how much bargaining you would need to accept, so that it won't create a blunder in selling judgment with a loss incurred. For example, you sold it for 100 and the expense was 110. So we are at loss, right? Absolutely. That is a blunder. Leave profit aside. This business is in loss, not by a small margin, but loss. So it's not exactly how a business should work. That's what we discussed. And the phrase that I told you, it is very important for these two. Okay? Because what does a manufacturing industrialist do? Listen carefully. It deals in goods. And what does he exactly do? So guys, he just converts that I just mentioned, the fabric into a shirt. So he is making shirts out of the fabric. That means their job is to convert the raw material into the finished goods. To convert. This is the work of the manufacturing industries. Are they putting a lot of efforts in doing this? Absolutely. From their raw material procurement to the product designing, then production and branding of the product, and the logo creation and putting packaging on it, the workers' expense establishing the factory and buying so many machines, getting work done on them, bringing in the latest technologies. And after that, they need to have a specific team behind for marketing, for administrative purposes, building offices and camps. There is a lot of work. And accordingly, this process is a very big process. And in this, if we don't pay attention to the small things, so we often see businesses collapsing, and even the biggest of the businesses can collapse. Even the biggest name can disappear instantly. In most cases, the main reason is that they don't do their costing properly. You know, there are many great people like Vijay Mallya, or also people like Mukesh Ambani's brother Anil Ambani. You must have heard all of these names recently, and you would know what suddenly happened to them, right? They were such a big deal, and now where are they? Royal Challengers Bangalore did buy Virat Kohli, but then they lost afterwards. And so because of all this, we are going to learn about what can go wrong. In these manufacturing industries, if we don't do proper costing, how do we do costing? And how do we calculate the cost while thinking about the selling price? We will learn that. Means we talk about costing in a slightly futuristic way rather than working on data that has already occurred or historical data. That's really great. So keeping track of the expenses has become very important here. And lastly, the service industry. Not just goods. We do service or mixed work. Mixed means like our industry, Navin Classes. I mean, we provide classes, which is a service industry, but along with that, we provide books. So that is good. So this is called mixed service. But since our component is mostly service, so we call it composite service. You will find this in IDT in tax. So when I talk about this service, mixed service, whether you also provide goods, but major component is service. There also costing is very important, because in service industry there are different expenses and different calculations like our knowledge for us. And for us the calculation of this knowledge is very much unique, right? Now it feels like, what even is this? For example, you must have heard or know that when you become a CA CMA, so then many times what happens is your relatives say things like, you have done CMA and you must know how to file returns and have knowledge of taxes. So please file my return. So you agree to it. 1500, 2000 or 2500 rupees will be charged depending upon the scalability. We will charge less for individual returns and more for company returns. We will charge accordingly. And when you tell them this, they say, what will you take from me? I'm your maternal uncle. Do you know that or not? How is the work worth 1500 when you do it in 5 minutes? And so to which you reply that you can't even imagine how the work that takes only 5 minutes is done. And imagine I do that same work in 5 minutes. So isn't this my penance that I have studied and in which I invested money? And also, didn't I make the investment of time, of my mind and of money? Didn't I struggle? I absolutely did. But then now you think that what kind of earning is this? So much fees, and what am I charging for? So the service industries are very much condemned in that way. I mean, we are condemned that what do we charge the money for? But then you do realize the importance of this thing and you feel for it. And you know how big it is, right? I complete that task in 5 minutes, a task that you don't even understand. Accordingly, you do not understand the importance of that thing. But when you tell someone that a mobile phone or shirt has launched, so can I have one? They say, how can we just give it away? Pay the cost. We talk about recovering expenses and they say you don't have expenses. You will just sit for 5 minutes on computer and be done with it. Will you charge for the electricity? But then who will teach them what the cost of this knowledge is? Accordingly, these calculations create problems in service. And also there are many other such services. As you know, your school bus, traveling, hotel industry, restaurant industry. They are all mixed type of jobs where you are also provided with services. You don't just get food in restaurants, you also get services. They don't just provide food. Services, serving, holding a table for you, there is a lot of expenses. And hiring waiters there, having them listen to what's right and what's wrong, what should happen and what shouldn't happen. Accordingly, the service industry is a very big industry. Like hospitals are a very big service industry. So we must understand that the schools, hospitals and the hotels, restaurants and all the places where we wander in our personal lives, we use a lot of things for traveling. We avail services like buses, public transport and private transport. All this falls under service industry and their calculation is very important because we provide a service. Over here, all right? Provide, in which we use the word provide for the goods. But then over here, a more sophisticated word comes to the mind, which is called render. The word is render. Services are rendered and the goods are produced or provided. Accordingly, in all of these cases, the calculation of the cost is actually a very big deal, right? I made this emoji. You have to keep this in mind. It's a big deal. And that's why we are going to study the cost accounting system, because Avinash sir will say nothing different in these three. In every case, he will tell you that in what way P&L is created, balance sheets are created, recordings are done of all these, and how to post them. But I'm going to tell you how we calculate all of this, how we think about the expenses on these things, and what are we going to do next. Now, if I come to NEPL, render simply means to provide. That is a synonym for provide, rendering. Like we say rendering, what does it mean? It means processing, working, providing service. So that is what you call rendering. Furthermore, has anyone seen anything like this? What am I making here? Does anyone know? Do you remember the T format from your childhood? So can you tell what I am making in this? Which accounts are these? We had learned this in final accounts. which is called trading and PL account. Correct, everybody? Trading and PL account. Absolutely. Financial accounting, financial statements, financial records, final books. Correct? Absolutely correct. We have seen it. We have seen the trading PL. We used to do the format based work here where we used to record the sales. We used to write stocks as well, however much they were. And let's write the expenses. Let's say trading. I am creating all of this for a manufacturing concern. You created trading account and write here material and labor and wages and extra or additional expenses and direct expenses. A little overheads related to the factories. Write all this down. And ultimately, here, take the opening stock. And then we used to calculate the GP. Friends, what is this GP? GP means the gross profit. Correct, everybody? You used to transfer this gross profit here. I know a little bit since I am a CA by default. Where do we write this 2 by? That's all. Then you would start writing other expenses such as selling and distribution and marketing expenses. Some expenses related to office like office overhead. Okay. And then you also have some non-operating expenses there, such as interest. Right? There used to be some losses and bad debt. So start writing all of these down. And over here, if you ever had any non-operating income, so you would record those like rental income. Remember? Dividend income. And see also the interest income. Profit on sale of. Investment, etc. Quite a few things. And accordingly, you would write to net profit here. Then after this, you either made PL App Pro or after tax, you calculated the net profit after tax within this. You transferred it to reserves, and if you have to pay dividends, then that's different. So this is a general trading and PL that you made in your childhood, where you are calculating two profits. Do you know what they are? Gross profit, and another one is net profit. What do we mean by gross profit? Gross profit actually has a very simple meaning. That by doing trade. That means by doing business. What are we earning? So those who earn by running a business, why is that called gross profit? Call it operating profit. Because business means operations. And write non-operating separately. Absolutely right. But then operations are done at the factory only. That we are working in offices and the selling department as well. And that too is products operating cost. Absolutely. So it's observed that besides all of this, these two were also operating cost in below given statement. But I was transferring the accounts in the PL. And hence, when we call this profit as gross profit and including the remaining expenses. Do you know what you used to call this in accounts? You'll remember once I said cost of goods sold. COGS. Tell me students, what did you use to call it? COGS, cost of goods sold. And its difference was GP. Then you subtract remaining expenses from GP, which includes selling expenses. Then we calculate net profit by taking non-operating cases. But look at this, we did not get the profit of the business anywhere in this. You said GP is profit of business. It's not happening because you didn't take selling expense. Profit is calculated after sales. So the operations were being completed here. But then we had started creating the PL from here. Because of this, in accounts. The most important profit that cost needs and most important expenses whose segregation is needed was not giving that. And that is operating cost and operating profits. To find operating cost and operating profit, we had to create a statement. Or rather, I shall say, I had to change this statement a little bit. What did I do? I brought this statement down a little bit. What did I bring down? The office overhead that you see and the GP. In between them, another profit was calculated, which I call as operating profit. Balancing figure means the GP, the profit from that. The profit after deducting selling expenses and office expenses is called operating profit, and then you are transferring the operating profit. Then you are making non-operating adjustments and calculating net profit. And does our accounts do this work? Absolutely not. We don't get this work through accounts, and that's why we create cost where we create operating profit in a way like this. So what was the need to break the PL? Exactly. Don't break PL. We didn't call this PL. We will draw the line right here. Okay. And so now we will add these two. Hence we don't need to write GP once you add up these things. So do you know where you learned all this in your childhood? So you learned to create manufacturing account, cost sheet in foundation. It's cost sheet. The way you compared sales with the cost and calculate profit. Hence that profit was called operating profit. So where does that happen? That happens in cost. Finance does not teach that. So finance only and only indicates the GP and NP. So what about operating profit? What is the business profit and what are the business expenses? For that we use costing of the accounting, where we will start writing expenses on a piece of blank paper, which is commonly known as sheets. We write our expenses on sheets. Hence first chapter that we study is coming next, which we call cost sheets, that you studied at foundation level from me, even if the accounts was taught by Avinash sir, but I used to teach the 20 number costing that was in foundation. And that cost sheet portion over there in a piece of blank sheet, simply in a blank paper, not doing any format, debit or credit to buy. We recorded the expenses and we used to calculate the profit, correct? And those expenses were all operating costs, and the profit that came is an operating profit. Hence this work provides a cost sheet, not financial accounting. Due to its drawbacks, what did it bring for us? It brought cost accounting for us. Is that clear? First. Second, when you prepare PL and trading in accounts, for whom is it? What I mean is, tell me, do you make that for a company? Do you create one for a proprietor or a partnership firm, or else? Do you create one for those products, or you create for service? Meaning, suppose that you are a company, Aditya Birla, and you do retail work for Aditya Birla, where you also manufacture Ellen Solly or Louis Philippe. You are making many such shirts, trousers and pants. And then when you look at the PL in that, when you look at statement, do you see Aditya Birla's? Or do you look at the shirt or pants? Or different PL for trousers? And financial accounts for different. So do you look at companies like Ellen Solly and Louis Philippe separately, or the entire? Aditya Birla Group's PL, trading account. Tell me what you did in accounts. You used to write in the books of. So what was it? Was it a product or a company or a firm, or products and services within the firm? Tell me. Tell me, everybody. Of entire Aditya Birla Group. Very good, Tejas Shivam. Please get me some water. Of entire company. Yes, Apurv. Shibranjun, yes. That's great. Jishant, yes. Very nice. That's absolutely correct. Like we used to make this for company in the books of a particular limited company, partnership firm or sole proprietor firm. So in that case, accounts were taught. We never used to know about the sales. How much is Ellen Solly? How much is Louis Philippe? How much is Ellen Solly's shirt, pants and trousers for? And these expenses as well. We didn't have segregation. But when we come to cost and create a cost sheet on paper, then we do each and every product's pricing. We do each and every product's pricing and accordingly. So, cost sheet. and we create it according to the product means. We create separate cost sheets for different products, such as separate for shirts, pants and trousers and jeans. Did you understand? Accordingly, the cost sheet was needed, because over here, let's talk product wise. That's great. So in order to do a deep down analysis and to know the deep down profit of each and every products, and in order to know the expense of a product and to determine the sales of each product, we need the records of the cost accounting system. Say yes or no. So why was cost accounting invented? Did you understand this? And just like that, an hour has passed. Tell me, did you all enjoy so far? Getting an insight about what we are going to study rather than directly starting the first chapter. Great. It was so fun. Very good. We understood that why we need to do this. So let's note down all these points once. A lot has happened, as you mentioned. Write this down in basics. The first word I told you. What is cost equals to? Tell me everybody, what did I say? Expense. And would it be okay if we don't type it? It's okay if you don't type it, but at least remember it in your mind. Say it out loud. Please speak up. Expense. We will seem crazy. People will say, what is he doing? Well, people have been calling us crazy for all the time we waste while watching Instagram on our phone. We are studying, so why would they call us crazy? This time they will be happy that we are studying attentively. Think that you are here in class. Okay, so cost means expense. So speak it out loud even if you don't type, so that you get the feel of class. Secondly, these expenses are of many different types and they are in many different ways. That is, cost is of different types based on different classifications. Did you understand this? Like I told you, operating and non-operating. Revenue capital, there are many like that. There will be many for us too. We will learn those one by one. But for now, did you understand that costs are of many different types according to different types? That's a great line. Costs are of different types based on different types. That is great. The third point, as I told you, that why there were some limitations of financial accounting, due to which cost accounting was introduced. That means because of the limitations of financial accounting, we needed the cost accounting, right? Otherwise, Avinash sir would have replaced me in my business. He would take care of everything and I wouldn't even need to teach anything. Correct. Now point number 4th. So what were the limitations that we were not aware of? Listen carefully. Therefore, the objectives of the word objective means purpose. So why did it came? Further, the cost accounting was first A, to find product wise cost. What cost is it? Product wise cost. Write product in inverted commas. Product means that each item, it means that of each particular cost of resource. What is the cost of product? What is the cost in making shirt and what's the cost in making pant? To find product wise cost, the product of 100 rupees worth of goods or product of one good, it's both. Yes, both per unit. And total, both per unit, and in total we will discuss both the cost per unit and the total cost. Is it okay? Now we have the point B. So in this also it is the same. Means to find product, y is sales. We have to find sales. And hence to find the product wise profit. Okay. So these two things could be vice versa. What do you mean by it? If we are working on an estimated basis, then first we don't think about sales. First we'll think about our desired profit, and we think about cost and hence sales. And our equation is cost. That means estimated cost plus the desired profit. What do you mean by desired profit? It's what we want or desire. That means we have to earn this much profit. As your accounts teacher says, 1/4 on cost. So that's the point, that we have to earn 25 or 20 or 10% accordingly. Then what comes out? It is the estimated sales. And if we know the estimated sales, that means we know that we need to sell this much. And we've calculated the estimated cost. So what can we find out? We can find our estimated profit. So tell me, out of these two things, anything can happen depending on what you already know and for how much are you going to sell. What are the expenses? Then you'll get profit balancing figure. If you know how much profit you want to earn and you know cost, then you'll get balancing figure sales. So is this point clear? It's very important. It will be good if you've understood this point. Then you'll never face any issue while doing the questions. So the other thing will be calculated based on what is given, as the equation is same. And you have also written the same thing here and sent it here. You send the estimated cost here. So this formula is created. So what's the big deal? So tell me, these two relationships were easy and understandable? Yes, quite easy and interesting. So is it clear? Okay. Now we will do next objective. So what's the next objective? I just explained it's product wise objective to find other things. What are the other objectives? So now listen carefully. By keeping the record of expenses, we get to know this. Now point D. Whether any cost control and reduction is possible or not. The point is that if we maintain the accounts for each expense properly, that means product by product, then we can find out that here we can reduce the expense, right? I mean that here we can control the expense. The meaning of reduction and control is same? Definitely not. Reduction means to decrease and control means to keep in limit. So what you want to say? It means the expense should be within the circle. No, that's wrong. So keep both the things in mind and do not hamper the quality. Like for example, tell me, would you like to do this? So listen to me. Let's suppose you buy a fabric, right? To make clothes, and you have bought that beautiful fabric from Paris. And I believe it was 1000 rupees per meter, right? And you used to make shirts from fabric. And ultimately the price of your shirt was 3000 per shirt. You incurred other expenses and sold in this much. And tomorrow if a vendor comes and says to you, so listen, you sell in 3000, but this good of rupees 1000 is not good. Okay, so we will give you a duplicate of this. There might be some minor changes. And we will give you that for just 700 rupees. So you went and checked his goods and you found the difference. And it's not as good as the first one. So if you are planning to take this thing, then what will be the cost? Our cost will be reduced. But now you tell me that, are you going to do this work? Say yes or no. Tell me yes or no. And if it's yes, then why yes? And if no, then why no? We'll tell both answers. We won't do this because of this and we'll do because of this. Okay? So tell me. Very good Shivam and very good Sayan. No Patelji, don't do business like this. No. Don't do like this. But why shouldn't we do it? Because if we do this, our quality will be compromised, right? Brand value does matter. Let's say if we start doing this work today, then people will buy a shirt. Means the customer will buy for 2 days, 3 days, and then we'll say that it's not good anymore. It's not worth it. And isn't good. It's not worth 3,000. Even brand valuation will end and sales will dip. Just because of reducing the cost, we have lost our brand's image and sales has declined. Right? It's correct. Quality is the most important thing. When you go for shopping, then you want to buy branded clothes because good quality material is used. And what's the problem with local? The differences of the material. When people go to buy clothes, then the people who have knowledge about the fabric, they see how the material is. They touch the material and see, and what we do? We just see the color, design and the logo of brand. And those who know, they'll just hold the material and tell you what kind of material is it. And the brand valuation of such things works like that. Accordingly, we should not do cost reduction. But I'll give one more example. For us, the expense of material per meter was 1,000 rupees. And we are selling for 3,000. Why it was 1,000? It was 1,000 because we were doing business in small form. Now we have expanded this business. We have been getting a lot more orders. Our trade relations with them have become good. Yes, trade relation is improved. And also we have made the payment process quite smooth. And furthermore, our travel expenses are saved and now it's not 1,000. But this same good costs us of 920 rupees only. So should we do this work? As here we came to know that if we do like this, then this material will be of 920 rupees. So should we do this? Now tell me. Yes or no? Yes, we should do it. And this is called what? Cost reduction. But make sure that the quality is not compromised. The quality is same. So say yes or no. Have you all understood the meaning of word cost reduction? All right. Then see next. So the next word is the cost control. Okay. In cost control, it does not signify that it is saying less. But there is scope. So keep within the scope. What does it mean? Now let's suppose that we were making the books. And while making the books, we were using GSM, means the quality of the paper that we were using was 70 GSM. So GSM basically means the thickness of the paper, right? So we say or check the thickness of the paper in GSM. Okay, it is measured in GSM. So we were using GSM, I mean 70 GSM. As the trend that we're seeing is that people are getting lot of good books printed and it is colorful, multicolored, matte, etc. Quality of books are increasing. So what did we do? Now we've increased from 70 to 100, means we've increased the GSM and give the good quality product to kids, means give the quality. And if you'll see the cover, then it is UV. It means when you'll touch the cover, then it will shine and come out. Means you've increased the expense. We haven't raised expenses. Rather, we needed it. It means that it's the requirement, we have to do it. There is no other option. Like you tell your father that we need to do the marketing. Yes, we have to do it. So just increase the cost as much as it is required and just do not do anything unnecessarily. It is just the waste of time and effort. And unnecessary increasing the expense is wrong. In place of 100, if I give chart book of 300 GSM, then it's wrong. Due to this, the thickness of book will increase and burden of kids will increase. So I'm complicating it. But making 70 as 100 is still fine. But not 100 as 300. Cost control doesn't mean reduction. Rather, my expense has increased. But always be in limit. There is very thin line of difference between both that you could understand here by the help of the example, and we will write down the notes later on. But we have understood this well, that by doing this we can find out that whether this is possible or not. Right? So means we can do this or not. Now note down one line here, that but not. Hampering dash. Now tell me what is it. By not hampering, fill in the blank, tell the answer. We will write everything later, do not worry. Now you have understood this point, and later we'll also write notes on all these words. So now tell me this, but not hampering what? Very good. It's quality. By not hampering quality. Perfect. Now point E. If there is any kind of loss making product, then whether to continue the production or stop it. Is there any loss making product? So tell me then whether to continue the production or stop it. The next question is that because the accounts weren't telling us what was happening product wise, it's possible that we are seeing profit, but it's possible that 3 products are making profit and 1 product is incurring loss repeatedly. So why it's like this? You want to know? Yes. So how we'll know about it? When we'll create product wise data, and then we can take decision that should we do this or not. That means point number D is about the decision making, right? Decision making. So let's see all these 3 points that we are studying through point D. These all are what? It is decision making, which means that point D is decision making tool. That means for taking decision. Okay. This is also same. So all of this is also our objective, to take decisions. On this I will give an example to you. Let's say for example, now write down, let's say here we are talking about the product Ellen Solly, alright. So it is Ellen Solly. This is a brand and it is of Aditya Birla. Let me tell you, it is not a foreign brand, but it's of Aditya Birla company. And this Ellen Solly, now I am telling you about the products. Let's say it's a shirt, or maybe a t-shirt, or let's say it's trouser. Okay. And other is total. Now accordingly I am writing down some cost. So please start writing. Materials, wages, factory overhead, office overhead, and then we have selling overhead. I am writing in short. Take your time and write. I am giving you time. The material and direct wages, factory overhead, office overhead, and selling overhead. So please write all these headings very quickly. So I've written 3 product and 1 column of total. Shirt, t-shirt and trousers, and column of total. So draw like this. And if you have any questions, you can ask. So I'll repeat it. The products are shirts, t-shirts, trousers, and total. The name of brand is Ellen Solly. It is owned by Aditya Birla. We are going product wise. And there we have material, labor. In overheads, there we've written 2, 3 name where F stands for factory, O stands for office, and S for selling. Please note it down. Have you all written? Tell me. Very nice. So now let's start writing the cost. Write it down. First I'll write total. 200 lakhs The amount is so huge. Yes, make a habit of it. This is a small thing. 200 lakh is not a big deal. Let's say direct wages is 100 lakhs and factory overhead is 80 lakhs. Other office and overhead is 40 lakhs and selling and distribution is 60 lakhs. Okay, first calculate the total of this side. Do the total of this side. Don't draw the line, just do the total. Now tell me what is the total cost. What's the total of total? So tell me what is the total of total cost. OOH stands for the office and admin overhead, all right? It means office overheads. So it's total 480. Very nice. Now I am going to tell about its segregation. 100, 60, 40. Okay. Now tell the direct wages. Okay, right. 40, 40, 20. Tell me the factory overhead. Okay, right. 30, 25 and then it is 35. No, it is 25. It's 25 now. Next, you can write down 10, 20, 10 and in last write down 10, 40 and 10. Have you written it? Now find the total one by one. Do total one by one. And tell me the total of each. Total of shirt is 190. Tell me about the t-shirts. $185. And lastly, $105. All right. Have you finished calculations? So now, what we need to find next? I am telling the sales. So listen what I am saying. Now let's suppose the sale of first one was. So I am calculating its sales. 250 lakhs. The sale for the second one is 150 lakhs. Okay. Or instead of 250, you can make it 230. Make it 230. And you can make this 170. 230 and 170. Okay. 230 and 170. Tell me how much is it? 230, 170. $400, right? All right. And let's say this is 120. So how much is the total? 520. 520. Accordingly, tell me the profit of the company for all the three products. How much is the profit? Did we make 40 lakhs? Tell me, did we make 40 lakhs? The accounts manager that we had told us the same thing. That is here. Until now, this was the thing that was visible from their trading P&L account. And what we don't know here is the detail for this. Correct, everybody? Yes, it is. So tell me, why was that? That this detail was not even known to us in the accounts. Why were we only told about this? There's also a reason. Now you'll ask for all these things not being reported in finance. Cost could be told there only. Let me tell you, this here, it was shown in the financial accounting only because it is clear here that it is an external record. So meaning, it means here that it is open to the public, and this is what the public is seeing. But let me make you understand here in this, that this data, this is what we write in the cost accounting, because it is an internal record. This is what we don't want the people to know about, because you need to understand that if the public comes to know about this, then all our competitors will also come to know. And that means they only take care of the management. Our competitors will find out all about this. Who is getting which goods from where, at what price, and at what rate is it being acquired. Our public is quite smart, and they will realize that this one has such a high margin, this one has a lower margin. So we don't have to tell them all of that. These are internal things. And this goes to external people. That is why even if the accounts people want to, they cannot give you this data. Because if they tell, then all inside information will be out. It means cost records are an internal matter. It is used for making decisions where we don't need outsiders. Never tell the outsiders. If it becomes known, it will be a mess. That's correct, right? If a secret becomes known to someone, then it's a mess. It's same as if someone opening your WhatsApp is a problem. You keep 2 locks, one on your phone, then on WhatsApp. Why don't you show that to everyone and also make that profile public? But why would you show WhatsApp? Huh? That's why you can't write anything absurd on Facebook. Also, you can't write anything openly on Instagram in the feeds as they see it all. But you can personally chat, there's no problem. But if the family sees it, they will be shocked, looking at what reels we share with our friends. Tell me, students, is this point also clear? Now calculate individual profit. If we look at company as a whole, then the things are going well. They are making 40 lakhs. That's great. Let's say this was 1 month data and it is a period wise data for 1 month. Accordingly, now internally all of the company owners are thinking and considering the company's internal management people, decision makers. So when you go there as a cost management accountant, you're doing this analysis. What analysis? Calculating the profit product wise. So when you actually see here, 40 lakhs were coming from here itself. So it means it's not correct elsewhere. There's a problem, right? Here we are incurring a loss of 15 lakhs and here we are making a profit of 15 lakhs. So that means if we actually see, then because of this t-shirt, we are incurring loss. No, Apurva, both are not in loss. So Apurva, there is a loss in one and same is the profit in the other. If both had loss, answer would be less than 40 lakhs. Say yes or no. Check it once. Are you getting the balancing figures for this? So now what's the question that arises? Tell me as an internal manager, what question arises? The question is, should we continue the production of t-shirt or should we not? Okay, tell me, what do you think we should do? Being an internal management, tell me, what do you say? Should we do it or not? Tell me. Whether to continue the production of t-shirts or just lay it off, considering we won't get involved. As it's a loss due to this, it's better to have paid attention to rest. So tell me, okay, Shivam is saying to reduce it. If possible, close it. So today I want to show you something. You guys are going to be professionals. And professionals, they don't give conclusions. They don't jump into direct final decisions. They are very much diplomatic, and you need to be diplomatic, where you should have given the answer in this manner, asking me to tell you more about it, so then you can speak. That's correct, Apurva. So a decision in a haste like this should not be taken. First, think about the reason and decide. Don't make direct conclusions. So by profession, when you act as an analyst, do you know what would you try? What happened that caused loss in this? So you found out that Aditya Birla, what did he do until now was he only focused on shirts and trousers. What happened previously? All of the customers knew about shirts and trousers. They were mainly focusing on shirts and trousers. This is some new product that we recently launched. It's been 1.5 years. And in the coming years, we are slowly increasing the sales. We should keep this at a little lesser price at the beginning, because we have to promote this, so the selling price has to be somehow reduced. But this is already our premium product. Then this is our next premium product. These two are our premium products where we can make money. And because of this, the sales for our t-shirt is low. So now tell me, what should we do? Should we continue or wait to transfer the new resource? So should we continue? We shouldn't stop like this. And the same thing, if it seems that these t-shirts have been around for a very long time. We are dealing since 5-6 years. As you can see, we have put a lot of thoughts into marketing. How much more is the selling cost as compared to this and this? Take a look, pay attention. And while its sales are doing so well just by doing this much, and this is also doing well, but in this, as you can see, there's a huge expense on selling and marketing, but sales is not good. And let me also mention, this happens every year and is seen for the last 4-5 years. There's no profit and people aren't recognizing our t-shirts and still not preferring us. People are going to brands like US Polo, United Benetton, and we are only able to sell shirts and trousers which are more recognized than our t-shirts. So tell me, what should we do? Should we continue with this product or not? Tell me, is it like, should we do this or not? And yes, it also absolutely depends on the other factors. Hence, whether to continue or not, or to stop production, that decision is not made solely based on the loss. If it's loss making, then should the production of that product be stopped? We should say no, no. So it's no. We will think about it, do some brainstorming and put our minds to it. And after this brainstorming or contemplation, we can definitely say from this example, depending upon various other factors, we should decide whether to continue or stop the production. As previously, in these various other factors, I gave various examples like new product needs some time. Are you getting? You need to look whether it is recently launched product or old. Tell me, yes or no. Did everyone write down up to this point? Did you write this down, what I wrote with the arrow? If not, then please copy up to this point. Yes, Apurv, all those decisions depend on various factors. Marketing might not be needed here. Like consider CA or CMA coaching. Our institute has been in this field for years and we know that we don't need a lot of marketing. Sending banners to different places with a vigorous online marketing won't have much benefit. Students will come to us even if it's not done and it's just some extra money spent on marketing. There is no benefit and it won't make our sales rise by 3 times overnight. But yes, if we put our minds to new products, like if we launched something new, let's say stock market classes, or we launched CFA classes and actuarial classes, so we might have to do some more marketing there. Although its sales are low, it is because we need to promote it in the market and need to establish it and show it to people. Meaning, there are many factors. We cannot tell right now that what is possible. We have to think a lot before making a decision. Professionals like you and I are employed in a company to do this task. That is great. Did everyone write till here? Okay. So we could have got 2 decisions from here. So we have written this E number point. After this E number point, last is F number point, and hence today's class is over. Shall we do more? Shall we continue? Let's study whole night. I hope you are enjoying. Look, it has been an hour and a half. Have you ever spent this much time on YouTube? Yes, but it is mostly while watching movies instead of classes. Come, F number point. Write it. Therefore, if decision is continuing the production, then resources and revenues are to be used accordingly. But if decision is to discontinue, then the resources available after discontinuing a product shall be utilized in other products or other profit making products. I'm repeating this, so that's why I'm speaking along with writing. Nishant, I'm repeating it alongside. So please write, if the decision is to continue the production, then resources and revenues are to be used accordingly. Nishant, please write it, and you can also ask questions. I'm telling you, if the decision is continuing or decision is continuing production, then resources and revenues are to be used accordingly. But if the decision is to discontinue, but if the decision is to discontinue, then decision is to discontinue, then the resources available, then the resources available after discontinuing the product, then the resources available after discontinuing a product shall be utilized after discontinuing a product shall be utilized in other profit making product, in other profit making products. Did you write, Mr. Patel? You will get used to it, don't worry. They are from foundation. What is this point saying? It's saying you can continue, you need to understand what needs to be done. But if you need to discontinue, so it's certain that if we stop making t-shirts, so while making the t-shirts, whatever amount of resources, time, labor, space, machines were being used, and the fabrics that were being used, so now can we divert it somewhere else? Can we apply that to one of the products, or can we apply that to some other combination of them? The expenses that we were incurring for this, or the setup we used to provide for them. So tell me, students, can we use that setup for these now? Yes or no? Tell me. And if we can use that, then for whom should we do it? Think about this. Yes or no? And tell me, I'm asking you that for whom do you want to do this work for? So let's say the t-shirt production is stopped. So now where do you want to use these resources that you have? Mr. Patel, tell me, did you write it down? What do you want to use the t-shirts resources for? For shirts or trousers? Where do you want to use them? Just tell me. That where should I use it? Not both. If you had to apply it to just one, then Shivam, which one is it? It's the last point, then class is over. Okay, some students are saying trousers and some are saying shirts. Okay. Those who are saying shirts, I'll tell you what they are looking at. It's profit basis this. And sales are also the same. But the profit here is low and the sales are also low. So you know what they are looking at, the amount of profit and the amount of sales. But remember foundation. Remember your basic point. When we will take decisions regarding where we should go after this. Not like choosing between these two. If there was options in these two, that we can either pick shirts or trousers, then of course, we will try to earn more profit, amount of profit. But see, we need to divert all of these resources now. So in which can we apply and convert it, because the amount of investment is the same. So what should we do to make that happen? I mean that where there is more amount of investment and more than the expenses, there is the scope of earnings, okay? For example, let's say that you incur an expense of 185 here and you know how much this profit will increase. Think about it practically. The profit will increase and how much will it increase? It's simple matter, easy calculation. That after spending 190 we were earning 40. So if we spend 185 more, then how much more will we earn? Yes, how much more? Just tell me. Students, what did you say earlier? How much is it? Let me know. That if we are earning this much after investing this much, and if we invest this much more, then how much will we earn? Tell me the answer. Please tell me. Tell me. Shivam, I think you are telling me about the sales. Will you make 57 by investing 185? You are making 40 by investing 190. So if you invest 187, then how much will you make? It's such an easy question. Unitary methods. Tell me the answer. Very easy calculation. They are earning 40 lakhs by investing 190. So how much will they earn by investing 185? Yes? Can't you tell me? Tell me. Yes, students, tell me. 38.947. Now, how was it calculated? By unitary method? Unitary method. Wrong, 38% increase will not happen. Don't say that, Apurva. Amount will increase, not percentage. It will become 38.97. By the way, why are you applying percentage while calculating this? I don't understand. It's amount, not percentage. I mean, look what you did. Listen carefully. You said that by spending 190, we are earning 40 lakhs. We earn 40 lakhs. Okay, so listen, if we spend 1 rupee, then we would earn this. You know, what do we call this? This is what profit, this is what cost is. So it is nothing but profit as a percentage of cost. So which means this is our profit margin, which we call markup or which we call margin on cost. Profit on the margin, profit on cost. So now tell me, what percentage was this? How much was it? 40 divided by 190, that's a big calculation. Think carefully, right? They're earning 40 by investing 190. So what percentage did this come to if I were to say it only in terms of percentage? So this is 21.05% types. Yes or no, everybody? 21.05% type. Yes or no? Exactly. Accordingly, if I were to spend 185, then so how much will I earn? We will earn rupees 40 divided by rupees 190 into rupees 185, right? And this is the ratio we already know that what percentage it is, which means in rupees 185 we can earn 21.05% more. So students, is that clear? That means 38 lakhs. 94,000, that means we can earn almost 39 lakhs extra. Yes or no? The margin is higher, right? Why? Tell me, what percentage was it? 21%. Write this down. So what is this calculation for? It's for the shirt. Unitary method. And what is the name for it? When we calculate the profit by cost, we will call this as the markup, which means profit as a percentage of cost. You have to do it like this, but what were you saying? Look, you were saying about percentage. Regarding 38%, the increase was not of 38%. If you look, there's almost 100% increase. There is 39% increase of 40, which means that there's 100% increase. So wrong terminology is used. Don't use 38%, it's 38 lakhs. Did you understand what's the mistake? Please tell me that is this clear? Now in the same way, can you tell me how calculation for the trousers will be done? And then can you also tell me the percentage for that, specifically the profit as a percentage? Profit as a percentage of cost. Tell me if same thing is done for trousers. Doing the same for trousers. Exact same. Tell me what will be the percentage in the case of trousers. So the answer for this is that the profit will increase by 38.95. All right. Everybody tell me what about the trousers? If we will repeat the same thing in the trousers, what will happen? And what will be the profit on cost? How much profit is earned as compared to the total expenses? Margin calculated at this point turns out to be 14.29%. Did everyone get this same value? Please confirm it. Yes. And if we talk about the profit, then how much has the profit increased? What's the value for it? If we talk about increase, then how much has it increased? If we consider the increase, then the expenses that are incurred, by how much has this increased and what's the total rise? We get this as 26.43. This is the amount increased. So we will get 26.43. If I discuss it in terms of percentage, then pay attention. Which offers more benefits, this or that? Which is the better option? What will be more beneficial? Which one has more profit? And students, how do we know this? We got to know about this after calculating it. After calculating percentage. Could we have just stated the answer directly from the percentage? We can see that there is more profit here compared to this one. What's the reason? because the margin is higher in this compared to that one. Are you able to understand this? Is it clear? Why is there more profit in this? It's because the margin is higher there. So to compare the two data, how do we consider this? It isn't just about looking at whether this had more profit or this had more sales. Although the answer, it is the same, but still, the way of thinking about it has changed. Whenever you will do comparison, you will find some ratios, some percentage. You can take help of financial tools. You used to call these ratios the financial ratios, through which you can take the future decisions. Did you understand? So what can we write? We can write, we should invest the resources as per various financial ratios or percentages in the brackets. Write in this, for comparative analysis, we should invest the resources as per various financial ratios or percentages for comparative analysis, like profit as a percentage of cost, comma, profit as a percentage of sales, comma, profit as a percentage of investment, etc. We should invest resources as per various financial ratios or percentage. For comparative analysis, like profit as percentage of cost, profit as a percentage of sales, profit as a percentage of investments, etc. Is it clear? So this completes topic, objectives of cost accounting system. All right. Please read all these things for tomorrow's class. In tomorrow's class, we will continue this discussion, and first we will do its revision. Hope you enjoyed the class. It was of 1 hour 50 minutes. Nishant, it is not possible to change the timings of the class because it is already set. Avinash sir teaches in the morning class. I take your taxation class at 11 a.m. Law classes are in daytime and I have evening classes. So it's prepared accordingly, because rest of the time I have my foundation and inter classes for CA. And if you want, I can put you in the CA inter classes at 11 o'clock. But what is the point of doing it separately? Students, think about it. If you feel like you're having trouble with timing, then I can shuffle it with accounts class. So instead of that class, I will be teaching you. It will go like this, and it might settle after 15 days. All right. Goodbye, students. We will meet tomorrow. Bye, everyone.